Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Slab Decanters channel. So today I'm going to talk about slab decanters. Yeah, I made that name up again. Yeah, I'm always making stuff up because I don't think there's a name for them, but it's this type of decanter. Yeah, you see them around. It's like a slab. It is very solid, chunky thing. The sides are completely polished flat. Yeah, this one's got chamfered corners, yeah, I think that's what it's called, or chamfered, that's the word, chamfered corners, so where they've basically cut in on the corner to make it like a octagon. Yeah, if you look at it from underneath, it's like an octagon but with long sides. But anyway, yeah, so that's what this is. I made that up. This one is by Orifice, and I think this is one of the earliest designs. Yeah, but they don't change very much, and they went on for quite a while. So what I will do, where will I start? Yes, I'll show you something in the book, and then I'll show you several catalogues with different makers of them. All the ones I'm going to show you are Scandinavian. I think other people in further south in the continent were making them, but yeah, I'm not going to go there because one, I don't have the paperwork and I don't know where I'm looking either. So yeah, I think I have seen Polish ones, but I'm not certain. But anyway, with that said, let's have a look in the book and see what's going on there. This book is The Decanter, Ancient to Modern by Andy McConnell. And I think this is the earliest design I've been able to find, which is from 1934. It's a, what's his name? Edward Hall design. Yep, I think. Number 7. Let me double check, make sure I'm not talking. Edward Hall, yes. So saying this is Edward Hall. And I don't know if it's talking about the decanter itself or the pattern that's on it. And this is another one. This is a couple of years later by someone else. This one here is actually the one that I was just waving around. Slightly, you can see there's very little difference between them. These ones are slightly shorter with rounder shoulders. This one's sort of like a bit sloping inward and squarer shoulders. This one's number 10 is from 1940, and it's saying it's designed by Nils Landberg. So yeah, so that's the one I was just waving around. I go forward a couple of pages. If I can find, I've got a bit of paper in there. There we go. There's this one here, which is a plain one. Let me just check who that's. Yeah, so 1940 Edward Hald. So even though, so the plain ones are Edward Hald as well. If I actually go back to the previous page that we were looking at, and you'll see there's one there. These are Costa. That one's a bit like one. Oh, that one is. And then there's this one here. But we're going to go and have a look at some catalogues, and I've got some Costa ones as well. So let's dive in. So I'm starting in Norway. This is the Hadland calendar. I've downloaded it from the Mats Linde website. And this is the Hadland catalogue, I should say, from 1955, and you've got this one here. But we can jump forward. You've got a little bit of a timeline here. Jump forward to 1960, and you've got this one here, which is a bit more like the ones we were looking at. The body is very much like them. Stoppers are still this shape, and then you jump forward to I think this is 66, 65. And look, we've gone full on slab here. This one is very like the one that we were just looking at. Yeah, so they're still doing these two, but they've got this one. That one looks like it's hexagonal more than anything else. That one just looks like a square one, but this is very much in the design ethic of the Orifice ones, even with the curved top. And then we can jump to another company. This is another Norwegian company called Magnor. These are the two major glass manufacturers in Norway, and we've got this one, which is very similar again. It's a shorter one. They do come in different heights, as you saw in the book that we were looking at earlier. So that's that one. Well, they call it a facet. Yeah, because it's faceted probably. And then let's go and have a look at. So that's 1963. This one's 1965. This seems to be peak. So this is Costa, and this is from 1966. You've got these three here. This one's a bit squarish, but these two here are very much in the same vein as the orifice ones. Stoppers are a bit taller and slimmer, but you can see how it could be not quite so easy to pick out the different ones now. And then we're going to stay in Sweden, and we're going to look at Strombergshytten. Yeah, my favourite. And yeah, they've got this one here. So this is the catalogue for 1954. We can jump forward a bit to 1977, and these are the last ones I've got in my catalogue. I do know, according to my book, they were still making them in orifice in 1980, but they've got like this one, and this one, and then they've got a few kind of like squarish, more squarey ones, but they've got three different ones going here. So you can see, I am certain there's going to be others. I don't have a limitless supply of catalogues. So we've got, how many companies is that? Five different companies making these decanters that all look fairly similar-ish. But anyway, with that, let's move on, and I'll show you the glass that I have. So we're starting off with the first one I was showing you. This is the orifice one from 1940, and you can see it is actually quite well made. The stopper is not normal for Scandinavian ones. Normally they have a bit more of a rounded end, but this is it's polished a little bit like an English one, but not quite as highly polished, I don't think. And you can see it's like optical glass here. Only a bit of natural glass there is the top, I think. So, and this bit here. Yeah, so that's how the stoppers are, and it does fit precisely. There's no lot of Scandinavian ones wobble. This orifice one doesn't. Doesn't mean that none of the orifice ones do, because some of them do. And then underneath, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, it's signed orifice, and there's a number there, part number. So yeah, and you can see, look how the base is, it's just completely polished. I don't think the other ones I'm going to show you quite like that, but yeah, this is very heavily made. It's not new, because if I run my finger around it, I do feel the odd blibby and scratch on it, but it is newish. But yeah, design is originally from 1940. One thing you can see here though, which is not genius, is that you can actually see the seam from when they made it. Can you see there? And in fact, you can see it runs down the inside as well a little bit. Can you see just there? There's little optical effects just in the middle, just there. And then I can feel it here on the outside, which is not genius. It doesn't have to be like that. Don't know if that's because the mould that they were blowing this into might have been quite old by then. They might never have changed it, because moulds are quite expensive. So anyway, that's the first one I'm going to show you. Next I have two Strombergshytten decanters. They're pale blue with clear stoppers. This is the way to do. This one's got a silver collar. This one hasn't, obviously. The stopper looks to sit high, but if you look at the catalogue, they sit high in the catalogue as well. Also, typical Stromberg, it doesn't quite fit tightly, this one. This one does. This one, but that's been refinished. This one hasn't been. You can see how it's kind of a bit loosely cut there, really, to fit. That's the Stromberg-Zeiten Way. It is clear glass. You can see that same optical effect. Rounded top. I think that's been polished though. Also, what's nice on this one? Yay, got the original label. It's a bit worse than wear in places, but it is the original label. Yeah, we've got a little glass house. Oh no, that's a little furnace, I think, on it. And then underneath it says Stromberg-Zeiten E201. And also, polish base has got a punctal mark in it. And you can see, actually, you can see the blue colour there quite clearly. Which, when you look at this through its thickest part, you can see that is absolutely clear glass. So that's that one. This one, take the stopper out. There's the stopper. They're thicker than the Let me pull the other one over. You can see it's got this sort of vaguely the same platform, but then when you look at it closely, it's not the same. You know, this has got polishing that runs underneath here, I think. Yeah, they're just slightly different beasts, aren't they? Actually, the glass on this one, yeah, the glass on this one is actually slightly grayer than the one on this one. You can see it, can't you? I didn't realise that. It is clear. In sunlight, this is not blue like this. This is distinctly blue. This is distinctly not blue. Oh, I never realised that before. You can see a little bit of a mould mark there underneath the stopper. Can I see that the other one? Let me just get that out. Oh yeah. Never spotted that before. Bit of a mould mark there and there. Does this? Oh yeah, this one has it as well. You can see the mould goes straight across on this one. Yeah, never spotted that before. You live and learn. Oh, wrong way around. So yeah. Put that down. Yeah, so you can see, as I was saying, actually this one slopes out a little bit towards the top and this one slopes in a little bit and it's quite a bit thinner. And then if you look underneath, this is signed as well. This one is just signed Stromberg E38, not Stromberg-Zeiten like the other one. And yeah, punctal mark as well. And the silver collar, it says Kronen, Denmark, and then it's got an 830 mark. So this little oval in the middle, I don't know if you can see it. It's got the numbers 830 in it. So that's telling you it's not sterling silver. So sterling silver is 925, which is 925,925 parts per thousand. This is only 830, so it's less pure. But it'd probably be a bit tougher because of it. So yeah, they mix something into silver anyway because it's very soft and it's very pure. So there we have. These are I've only got 3 decanters, but I thought I'd do this as a subject because it's another one of those things. It's a bit like the teapot decanters. They are a specific thing. I'm going to call them slab decanters. I think that's a good name because they are like a slab. They're really solid. You know, they're completely polished sides. Yeah. So that's the glass that I have. There you go. I get to make up the name because nobody else has. Yeah. But no, you can call it what you like because nobody's made up a name. I'm a nobody. That's what I'm going to call them. I think it's a good name because they are chunky. They're like a businessman from the 60s and 70s would be drinking his whiskey out of. That's my thoughts of how the kind of thing they are. You often see them used with company logos on, or like golfing trophies and everything. And I think it's because they've got that flat side, perfect for engravers. They're going, this is what we're going to offer people, because it's easier than engraving on a curved side, I suppose. And they feel impressive. So yeah, they're a favourite for that. So you quite often see them as either commemorative decanters or company names or golf trophies and things like that. So yeah, I quite, when I see stuff like that, I quite like it, because I'm not sure people do that so much nowadays. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me it portends of a different business era when people would be giving commemorative things from their companies. I don't think that happens quite so often as it used to. So, with that said, the places I downloaded the catalogues from will be in the description below, as well as the title and author of the book that I used. And I think that's it. So please remember to like and subscribe. I will be making more videos, and yeah, have a good evening and good night.